What's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome to another... Hey. No. Turn off. This phone sometimes. Okay. Okay. There we go. We are in. Alright, welcome everyone to another Saturday Night Scares. Number 31. Can you guys believe that? We have 6 more scary videos. As always. As always, we got 2 from Chills and 1 from everyone else. Links in the descriptions to all these guys' channels. They have incredible countdowns. I seriously recommend checking them out because they're a lot of fun. But now I want to make sure that my speakers are set to my headset. So yeah, I don't want to have a repeat of what happened last week. All right, so what I like about this one is that chronologically, we're able to end this one with my favorite from these guys, Nuke's Top 5, saving the best for last. I'm excited about that one. But for now, we're going to start with King Frostmare, his video for the week. Scary videos that will not let you sleep. I'm not getting much sleep anymore anyways, so yeah, why not just have that thrown into the mix as well and just be done with it. Alright, ready? Here we go.
Hello guys, the following video is a really interesting one and was posted by a user called Mel Murder. Mel likes to go for walks in the afternoon and she tends to ramble about different things in her life that she boggles her mind over. Located in Sweden, there are many forests and fields close to where she lives. So what better place to go for a mind-clearing walk? Last week, Mel was filming her thoughts whilst making it through one of the little forests. The sun had already set and she was going on about an appointment she just had with her psychologist. And it was on that walk that she captured something really strange that she couldn't explain. The funny thing is, a viewer pointed it out. She had no idea that she might not have been alone at the time. She's not a believer in the paranormal and considers herself a skeptic at best. But she also states that in this particular area, there shouldn't be too much wildlife. To give you all an idea, Mel walks the same path on one of the following days to show people the area by day.
I'm gonna go up to the tree.
Oh, I see him.
This part becomes very slippery and muddy during evening time. Well, this is still kind of dry. So there is the tree. And, or was it that tree? I think it was this tree. And whatever you saw was down there. There's a big rock here, so it's not really easy to hide. And it's not very big, even if it was this tree. So yeah, it's not a big forest. There's no wildlife here. So it could just have been a person messing around or whatever.
Now let's see what actually transpired that night.
What?
Did you notice anything? Look again.
Whoa, it's creepy.
Something was standing behind the tree, was peeking at Mel here. It's really unclear at what exactly we are looking at here. Some people believe it to be an alien, others say it might be a paranormal encounter.
It looks like Jar Jar Binks.
Of course, it all.
I like that thing. It looks like a Gungan. It looks like, you know, there's like long nose and the snout and the weird, oddly shaped eyes
Also
in
could have been a
location.
person in the end. but I feel that her recording and explanation about this incident feel pretty real to me. Do you think it was just an animal? And what about the glowing eyes on the ground?
I'm sorry, but is no one gonna address the shadow figure that shows up right up here? It looks like there's a shadow figure right there. You know, here's its 2 legs and all that. It looks like he's wearing a cloak. Of course, that could just be the tree stump. I'm just trying to find something, and I'm just trying to find things in something that's not actually there.
To me.
Pareidolia.
Do you think it was just an animal?
Pareidolia.
What about the glowing eyes on the ground that also seem to be looking in Mel's direction while she's walking by the tree? This could be an animal, in my opinion. I'm really confused. Maybe this thing is related to the tall entity behind the tree? I'm sure this was a baffling encounter for everybody, and who can say for sure what happened that night? This will remain a mystery. Now we want to take another look.
I'm a bit of a skeptic at best on that one too.
Recently started to put several CCTV cameras.
How do you not notice that? You know, especially since you're recording it. How do you not notice that?
In his house due to abnormal paranormal activity that scared him and his girlfriend during the day and night. What you see here is just one of the many examples they have shared on Harry's profile. The recording we will check out today, however, will top the incidents that have transpired so far in their house in terms of scare factor. One night, Harry noticed a strange shadow that he saw in the room across the hall. Hoping it was just the lamp, he recorded it, but I'm not sure that this actually was the case.
Creepy. It's either an intruder or a friend of his, because
appear to be a
that face has a detail.
Or something else actually reveals himself as a terrifying face. But there was nobody home besides Harry's girlfriend at the time. So was it an apparition that was manifesting? Or was something wrong with the camera? Or what's your explanation? What did Danny
Could have been an
capture
intruder.
here? Nightmare material for sure. Now we want to follow Patrick and Jason from the channel.
Oh, the haunted side. I'm
Charles
subscribed to
Hotel
these
in Carson
guys.
City. It was built in 1862, which means it's the oldest hotel that's still running to this day in the state of Nevada. The hotel has quite a lot of dark history, including many reported deaths and murders. Their investigation starts on the 3rd floor tonight, which apparently is a hub for paranormal activity. Based on many guest reports, they get their SLS camera ready.
Looks like
and
we're already
start to
having
set
some
up
lag
shop
problems.
in the room of former heavyweight
Good thing I'm recording these
boxer
as well.
Larry Duncan, and then they can capture something really interesting.
Okay, good to go.
Now, to me, that motion looks like something a boxer would do.
And we got the millimeter up and running again too. It's hotter in this room.
It is hot. It's
And
pretty cold outside right now, so
There's no heat in here either. It's not like somebody's in here with a heater. Look, it's at 1.1.
Could this be the spirit of Larry? Possibly going through his old motions, a sparring match in the afterlife perhaps. Who knows? It's a pretty significant capture. Whatever Jason recorded here.
It'll do that. Is there anybody in this room with us?
Finger. Wanted.
That would be...
Divided.
Shortly after Patrick and Jason make it into another room, Patrick notices a strong odor that reminds him of a very pungent perfume. Only seconds after, he feels a tap on his hip. What's really significant about this, though, is what the camera captures just inches away from him in the window.
Like a little touch, right? Like a little pressure. That was weird. Is that you?
Oh, I see it.
Did you notice it? Let's take another look.
I think I've seen this clip
White,
before,
mist-like shape is walking by and disappearing.
but it's been a
towards the
while,
light.
so
How odd. Jason and Patrick
Still
both
good.
were standing in place.
A good
Nobody
clip.
else was with them at the time. Another former resident, perhaps, that wanted to make its presence known. The energy then keeps rising in this room, and the air feels so thick that both decide to exit, but leave one of their camcorders behind. They had no idea that another magnificent event would be captured, just moments after them leaving the room. A strange light anomaly, just moments before another white shadow is disappearing into the bathroom. What's your opinion? Could all of these events be explainable? Reflections, perhaps? Or was it all caused by some guests that never checked out?
I'm willing to believe
Mysterious.
that's paranormal. I can't think of any other explanation as to how
At this
that could
point, I
have
want to thank
been
all my
caused.
members and sponsors for your monthly
Except-
support, and a big shout out to
The only thing I can think of outside of paranormal is very coincidental fog.
my frosty advisors, Megan Noel, Frank B, Steve McMahon, Dan Ma, uploaded by Equitum Duerto Paranormal. The following is a recording, which was uploaded by Equitum Duerto Paranormal, and it was a live stream recording that was shared by a young man. He woke up to really unsettling noises in the middle of the night that were stemming from the lower floors of his house. At least this is what he believed at the time. He states that nobody else was in the residence, besides his partner and their 2 cats, and the 4 of them were all situated on the upper floor. Let's see what was going on that night.
Otra vez. Ay, perdón, perdón, perdón. Otra vez, hija. Otra vez. Los gatos están en el cuarto grande. Espérame, voy a bajar. Tranquila, despierta. Despierta bien. Voy a bajar. Voy a bajar. A ver, espérame. Espérame. No, tranquila.
The young man makes it downstairs, and he expected to see several items lying around on the floor.
Ten mi celular a la mano con el número de la policía. ¿Quién está ahí? Tráete mi celular con el número de la policía. ¿Quién eres?
They give it a very thorough search, but can't find any misplaced items on the floor, or anything else that appeared off, which was strange. After all these noises, you would think to find something, right? Confused and very tired, they decide to make it up to the bedroom again. After all, there wasn't much they could do at this point. The young man even stated that this place had been blessed by a priest before, so all of this was really strange to them. Of course they had trouble falling asleep that night, and it was shortly after that the activity continued. So they blessed the whole house by themselves to hopefully find peace that night. But no such luck. Now, look at what happened next.
Oh, okay, okay. How?
Something appeared to be standing outside the window here. Something that shouldn't be there. And it was not possible, since the second floor window had no balcony attached. Some believe this to be an evil spirit that was causing all of this mischief that night. Could that be so? What would you do in this situation? How terrifying. The worst part is that the activity kept continuing all night long. I'll keep an eye open for possible updates on that case.
The only thing I could possibly think of, that's not paranormal, is that it's a painting that they swapped out. But I don't see anyone going through that just to fake a video, though. Alright, next up we got top 15s. Top 15 scary videos that left me shook. By the way, guys, some good news. I will be doing some PlayStation 4 streamings in the near future. I got a few games that I'm going to be playing. The new Avengers game, Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 7. So keep an eye out for those. I might start doing those after I get done with Purist Mod. So keep an eye out for those.
15, the students. Number 15, the Student Stampede of Arkansas.
Hey, we need to go. The exit's right there. Let's go.
A football game in Arkansas became the center of panic when people began fleeing a packed stadium, most without fully knowing what was going on. Everyone is climbing the walls like a horror movie to get away from an unseen threat chasing them all. As it turns out, all of this started when a few people ran away after a deployed taser was mistaken for something much more serious. Their screaming and running triggered a fight-or-flight response that soon swept across the whole stadium. It's both fascinating and scary how easily we revert to a mob mentality when a potential threat looms near. So the next time you're at a large gathering, don't forget this video, or the fact you're just one strange event away from a total stampede. Number 14, 5 stars. The scariest things caught on camera can't.
Oh my, that made my heart jump. It's not even paranormal, but when that plane almost smacked this guy's head right off.
And often happen fast and make little sense. Let's help put this video into better context. There's all these other boats behind him for some reason. Friends following, enemies chasing, no idea. Then he says something a few moments before the scary stuff happens. Tell me what it is and what language too. Some comments say the pilot was in perfect control, and others argue that he almost lost it. For some reason, I feel like this could be a controlled stunt, and they're directing a foreign movie or something. Anyway, that's all of the mysterious things I could analyze about this bizarre clip. So if you have any answers or insights, then let me know what's going on here. Number 13, Snow Way. Things are about to get grisly for this individual when he goes snowmobiling up a steep ridge. He can't quite see what's up ahead until it's almost too late. A male grizzly bear eyes him curiously from meters away, and he's so freaked out that he almost collides with a tree on his way out. That bear would have been on him had that happened. I looked it up, and grizzly bears have no natural fear of humans and have been reported to occasionally track them. All the more reason for this snowmobiler to get out of there fast. Number 12. Top heavy. Getting stuck behind a box truck is usually nothing more than an inconvenience, but one dashcam video shows how scary it can be when the rules of the road are forced to submit to the laws of nature. Storm winds are pounding the Verrazano Narrows Bridge on Staten Island, pushing this truck to its tipping point as they pass under a sign warning of sudden stops on the slickened surface. Slower traffic should ordinarily be on the right, but this is an exception. The box truck has to stay in the center lane because it could literally tip off the bridge otherwise. Other cars risk getting flattened as they pass by, not understanding how dire the situation is. Soon the box truck has slowed to about 15 miles per hour, I'd say, and the driver recording has no choice but to pass. His dashcam picks up some tense and scary moments because getting crushed is a real possibility, but he passes on the side where the truck isn't tipping and gets away. It's a good thing too. I can't show you what happens, but he sees the box truck on his way back, and let's just say they unfortunately didn't make their delivery on time that day. Number 11, Takeout.
Still waiting for paranormal here.
Kind of give him some space with all of us here. Can't do much. Yeah. You know, we've got to run him off. Unfortunately, we can't cut him off now.
Oh, he's coming fast.
They lose a grizzly bear in the brush and film wildly, anxiously awaiting its charging return. I feel like its large head and gnashing teeth are going to pop out at any second, and it isn't going to end well. I'm not an expert, but calmly backing away without turning around seems better than filming an early demise.
There's no video.
Luckily for them, this animal is more interested in taking a tasty fish they've caught. There's not much for the group to do except admit defeat and be thankful humans weren't on the menu that night. I wonder if the bear would have bothered them if they didn't have the fish, or was the fish the only thing that kept humans off the menu that day? Number 10. Leslie is missing. On August 29th, 2020, Leslie Palacio is caught on multiple CCTV camera systems walking into a restaurant and sitting down. It looks like an ordinary meal, no dramatic conversation, and then she walks back to her car. She had passed away when she was found in February of 2021. The man she is with shows his face at 1 minute and 55 seconds. He is believed to have fled the country and is wanted internationally. Her father was taken in for questioning and may or may not have had something to do with her disappearance. It may be too late to get Leslie back safe, but it's not too late to get justice for what happened. I want to spread awareness about this case, so take a good look at the face close, the way they walk. On February 25th, 2021, there were reports of an encounter with a fast-moving cylinder shape over New Mexico. The flight bound from Ohio to Arizona has no video evidence of the encounter, but they have leaked audio tapes.
Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us that
I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object. It almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of it.
I don't know what small cylinder object moves over planes. No drones should be up that high, but maybe it was a weather balloon type project or something. Even the FBI acknowledges that they are familiar with the event, and if this video evidence has not been released yet, then maybe there is something on those tapes worth seeing. Number 8, the Victory Dive. Some friends in Aspen, Colorado are videotaping in celebration because they're almost at the top of some mountains when some crazy pilot decides to show them how easy it is to climb down.
Oh! 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 Oh my...
Dude, I thought he was gonna wreck. Holy...
That guy is
They
nuts.
aren't sure if this is an adrenaline junkie or a mechanical failure and are surprised when the pilot pulls up and flies away. I can't walk. Keep an eye on this man because things are about to get scary when he swings her handlebars around. An apparent random act of aggression turns out to be a life-saving event when a car goes careening past. Seconds later, he scolds her, but when he calms down moments later, he looks to apologize and explain that he was doing what needed to be done. There was no time to call out and no other way to stop the accident. Though his actions are rough, it is without a doubt that he saved a life that day. Number 6.
Dang, that's
Spooky
scary.
surveillance sighting. Creepy Cali ghost footage found in Orange County shows some odd activity taking place across the street when a weird, mysterious, and possibly paranormal figure 1 floor below walks behind the wall.
Finally, something paranormal in this.
And does not come back out. Either it stayed behind this wall or else it up and disappeared. Proof of the paranormal is what the uploader is pushing this footage as, but the ghost is too small and far away to tell. This sighting would be really weird to see on a security camera, assuming the strange event is real. Number 5, Andrew looks up.
It could have been CG.
There's not a ghost in this hellacious hallway yet, but there's about to be one soon. Andrew's own. He heard weird noises from above and hit record moments before nearly getting taken out by his own ceiling, which is 100 years old. But here's the thing, the same situation can happen in newer houses as well. If the plaster is not mixed right, check your ceilings for small spiderweb cracks or sunken areas, especially for small cracks that run from the ceiling to wall, and fix all of it fast. Otherwise, something like this video could happen. Number 4, James sees his shadow. James Gabriel sees his shadow, and guess what else? His shadow sees him too. When he leans around to see what a noise was, a mysterious shadow figure is caught on camera, imitating his behavior on the other side. He gets up and does not check the area, just leaves. Apparently, this was
Probably the smart thing to do.
proof that he didn't creep himself out further by staying. I think it could be a friend of his unless he
I was
gets
about
a
to
closer
say.
look.
I was about to say it
Hopefully he
could
goes
possibly
investigating
be
the area for more sightings in the
a friend,
future.
just a friend of
But I
his.
understand if being in one real ghost video is enough for him. Number 3, ghost person opens ghost door. Do ghosts use doorknobs? That's a question to answer yourself while watching this paranormal video of an old haunted stairwell. Surveillance footage shows a mystifying figure caught in the fluorescent glow of an overhead light, a ghost who floats up adjacent to the staircase and floats back down, a quick and casual haunt and jaunt. Now here's the creepiest thing about this CCTV
That's a bird.
video. At 37 seconds, the light anomaly reaches for the knob and leaves through a door that does not open.
That's a bird, and the arm is a light glare.
Human-shaped light anomaly floats up and back without using the steps and leaves through a closed door. That's like 30 different camera glitches at once. At that point, it's probably paranormal. Number 2, eerie haunted driveway
I still say that's a
video.
bird.
Runs with Scissors posted this intriguing CCTV video on the Chills Narrator subreddit of some scary moments caught on tape at the end of his driveway. The paranormal activity begins at 21 seconds when a mysterious figure appears. 26 seconds later, they turn into what he calls a ball of light and then turns back to normal, if you could even call it that. This is scary stuff and looks paranormal, but one thing about the video I'm curious about is whether or not it's someone holding a phone over their head. 31 seconds would be where they would throw it over their head to make the glowing screen look like a bouncing ghost orb. They disappear because they are no longer in the phone's glow. It sounds like a proper explanation sequence of events to me, but I want to hear what everyone else thinks first. I've got a challenge for you.
That's a good assessment there. I never would have thought of that.
This video and hit 1. Give me an OMG. A cheerleading squad is too busy smiling for the camera to notice a rather out of place looking stranger lurking in the background. Forget mysterious, this figure is downright terrifying. What do you think of the scary sighting of a girl all by herself? Is it a ghost? A Photoshop perhaps? My vote goes to a mid-2000s low pixel count digital camera mixed with poor lighting. But if I'm wrong, then this photograph is indeed beyond creepy. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah. Gotta say, not that impressive. Next up is our first of 2 videos from Chills. 12 scary videos that'll leave your jaw hanging.
All of the videos on this list are scary enough to leave you thankful it wasn't you in any of these bizarre situations caught on camera. Number 12. A rough landing in Buckland, Alaska becomes even scarier when you learn all of the things the pilot said. The fact that anyone is alive is a miracle. They were trying to keep the plane from sharply veering to the right and colliding with everyone below. The plane's steering was off and nobody knew to get out of the way, and it's not like planes have horns or anything, so there was no way to tell them that they were in the way, while everyone on the ground was folding their arms and waiting. The pilot was freaking out and applying a maneuver called asymmetric reverse thrust. Basically, he reversed the engines to change the trajectory of the landing. It cost him a wheel but spared others their lives. So the lesson of this scary video is to assume the worst and give planes plenty of room to land. Situations have happy endings. Number 11. A scary video from Albany looks like creepy things are about to happen at night, but when Mike Lice
shit like that is why I hate flying.
Takes the camera to the window, you can see a big problem. It's the middle of the day, possibly the last for him and his family, as a terrible change looms in the sky. What happens next haunts them forever. At 9:16, a tree almost connects with the side of their house. The only thing that saved them were winds blowing slightly away from their home. When so much scary stuff happens to you at once, there really is only one reaction. I'm sure they were expecting to capture some scary moments on camera, but nothing like this. Almost losing your home, whether you actually did in the end or not, is one of the scariest things imaginable. Number 10. A strange and mysterious object is found in the woods by a YouTuber named Grant and has his whole group of friends startled by what's inside. Wrapped in tape and caught in the bushes is a creepy red color, faded from being out here so long. They pull at the tape and 3 minutes later, they are finally ready to reveal the revolting contents inside.
Hold on, open it up for a minute. I gotta record it.
Look it in there. What is that? What is it?
I don't know.
Gray floating chunks rise to the top of the gelatinous pile, an unknown mystery sludge that blows them back with a rotten stench on a windless day. They run away from it more than once. Things get weirder as a frightening conclusion creeps over them.
Hey, this is like somebody's body. Look like somebody's body.
I don't know. I'm holding my breath every time I go over there.
Okay, it's kind of sketch, bro. Like it was duct tape.
I'm calling 911.
Don't call the emergency one.
Someone is leaving this weird thing in the forest, one of the scariest finds of their life, and whoever it is has a lot of duct tape. There is a lake nearby, so I hope it's a fishing cooler full of improperly disposed bait, and not what they fear it is. We never get an answer to this unexplained video, so tell me what you think this mystery substance was that made them call 911.
Oh, I don't want to think about it.
Number 9. Here's a fact. In the food service industry...
Okay, come on, guys. I'm looking for paranormal videos. You know, rats and burger packages, though still not recommended. It's unfortunately not something new.
8. Some rather unexplained paranormal activity was caught on video when a ghost hunter by the name of Tracy puts their camera on the floor of a haunted house, one of the many haunted places in an unnamed ghost town they're exploring all alone. Soon, strange noises are heard as a shadow figure slowly plays against the wall. This might be an actual shadow figure, or someone walking across the window to create the appearance of one. The noises make...
Or another possibility is CGI mixed with green screen.
Sound like they could be special effects played from a speaker. Number 7. A door closing by itself is another classic sign of a ghost haunting the place, and it doesn't always have to be a ghost slamming the door. A gentle closing is oftentimes twice as scary.
If you're out there, please shut this door one more time. That's all I'm asking. Just me. Oh my. Okay, I'm getting seriously freaked out right now.
The person who captured the paranormal activity says they were home alone when the door shut by itself a few times.
I don't believe that just happened. I didn't think I'd get anything. Well, I'm definitely going to be filming this area more.
He says a ghost slammed it shut in the past, but this time it shut it gently. Afterwards, he investigates the door to show us there's nobody standing on the other side because there's no room. It's apparently a haunted staircase, presumably leading to the attic. He says there are no open windows behind him, which was my guess. At 1 minute, you can see no string around the interior knob, which was my other guess. Freaky, right? Number 6. Spirits seem to love to announce their presence by turning the lights on and off. Before we had flashlights, it was oil lanterns and candles. The scary phenomenon continues in a haunted house in South Wales when a spirit is told to show a sign.
it on now?
Startled, they investigate the incident by asking the ghost to communicate through this light. It's hard to tell from this creepy video if the flickering is a faulty wire or paranormal activity. A strange grin across his face at 1 minute and 47 seconds is a difficult response to read. A scared and nervous reaction is probably it. He's really being brave. Only a true ghost hunter can smile through their fear. Number 5. A lot of
Alright, or he's smiling about all the idiots that are gonna fall for his cheap little trick like that.
scary ghost sightings involve a doorway or a window. They always seem to be haunting a passageway leading into the house. At 31 seconds,
I'll buy that
a
one,
pale
in other words.
apparition leans in to peek through the doorway of this building. Then the mysterious figure is gone, disappeared. I couldn't find anything to explain what was moving in the door. The ghost hunter later explains, after doing some more research, he says this haunted place is home to voices of children laughing and playing, stories that further creep
I don't
him
see
out.
anything.
This building
Oh,
was a
I see it
funeral
now,
home before
okay.
the haunted place was abandoned. The cameraman is too scared to get near the haunted place, let alone go exploring, but a possible long-distance ghost sighting leaves him freaked out. I agree, there is something in the doorway. Whether it's a ghost or not is hard to say from here, but
Yeah.
something is there, and that's pretty
Why would he not get just a bit closer than that? I feel that that's a buddy of his that he's using to set up a fake video.
weird. Number 4.
I know. Look, that's actually so creepy, dude. There's a guy right there, and I'm kind of freaked out, not gonna lie.
Blake Gray fears he's captured, something that would terrify all of us behind the dumpster of an abandoned building while exploring. His brave friend slowly creeps up. So obviously this was a skit that was pre-planned, right? Wrong. Let's analyze what they were wearing on the day they captured this mysterious figure. Ripped jeans, skinny jeans, blue jean shorts. The mysterious stranger is wearing khakis. So yeah, this creepy event is scary and most importantly could be real. The person is still alive, but to what degree is unknown. A twitch of the leg could mean asleep or barely alive. If this is real, then I hope they notified the proper authorities to come make sure whoever this is still alive. Number 3. 2 men have a scared reaction at what's captured on surveillance video.
Oh, I've seen this clip before, several times.
A tall figure approaches the gate. The gate does not open by itself, but the mysterious figure, the ghost of a man, appears to go through it. Shaken by fear, the two try to explain what's been caught on camera. They both...
And now that I'm looking at it again and analyzing it, I'm seeing some edit effects, like the image of the figure as it gets closer. It doesn't really match the contrast of the background.
seem to know a ghost sighting in real life is the only real answer.
See how it's, like right here. See how it's so bright right here and all that, but the contrast around him is incredibly dark. You know, for something that bright, you'd think that the area around him would be just a little bit brighter than it is. So I'm guessing that this is just editing.
Definitely the right reaction upon seeing something like this on video.
And you know, just based on the movements as well. You know, it's not even moving naturally.
Seeing something like this on video. Now all that's left to do is run away screaming. Number 2. This is said to be a real ghost video from Singapore. A woman jogs down the road when she has a...
Really? No. This is from the channel Real Horror Stories POV. But the thing with these videos is that they're not real. They're productions. They have videos like this up every week. These are all fake videos. They're good fakes. They're good fakes, but there are still just fakes. Corey Kenshin, every time he does Spooky Scary Sunday, this is one of the channels that he frequents the most on those.
A creepy encounter with a stranger who may or may not be paranormal. She doesn't hear any footsteps until he is running away. It's like he was never behind, and when she looks to where he just was, he's gone. Then he passes again and things get even scarier. You could pass somebody twice like this if you ran a wide loop around them, but why he would do this and scare her is something I doubt we could ever explain. I don't think this is paranormal, but I do think acting this way is not normal. I think it's most likely a short film, but there are no credits, and it presents itself as a real ghost video caught on camera in the description. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like number 1? A man believes the stairwell in his apartment is haunted by a creature that's not paranormal, but not human. He thinks he sees movement and says this is a still image. The image has gone viral, so I wanted to analyze the video. The video does not look nearly as convincing as the image, which is often the case because it is harder to animate than Photoshop. The figure shows a convincing lack of realistic movement as it dips back into the darkened doorway from where it came. So if you've ever seen this popular picture and were wondering what the accompanying video looked like, now you know. From scary deep-sea creatures to bizarre beach sinkholes caught on camera.
Yeah, that last one looked pretty fake. To me, anyway. I gotta say, I'm kind of a bit disappointed by some of these videos. You know, they're not really delivering the scares that, you know, they usually do. Alright. What time is it? It's after midnight, so this works. Alright, Sir Spooks, 5 scary videos to watch at midnight. Let go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos to watch at midnight. So, let's begin. This YouTube channel called Lalo Escalante, which roughly translates to especially escalating, is a hidden gem within the horror community on YouTube. A lot of their videos are quite creepy, and this video published by the group in December of 2020 is just a taste. In the video, the crew can be seen exploring an allegedly cursed and abandoned home at an undisclosed location. As soon as they set foot in the place, it's obvious that it has seen better days. There's tons of graffiti lining the walls and there's rubble scattered about. But 7 minutes into the video is when things take a noticeable turn for the worse. Take a look at what they see as soon as they peek their head outside, and the terrifying events that happen in the wake of this.
Es que de aquí se puede ver la alberca perfectamente.
¿Qué es eso, güey? Güey, abajo, güey.
Güey, de aquí fue, Lalo, güey. Fue de aquí, güey. Fue de aquí.
No mames, güey. David.
This is definitely something that sounds genuine just by the men's voices. When translated to English, when the group spots the strange figure, they talk about seeing something and proceed to ask one another if they saw it too, and they agree. As soon as their friend faints, they continually say, "Give him air," and proceed to work their way to the exit of the building. Thankfully, they are able to get their friend to the car in time, and it looks like he is okay, which is a relief considering how much worse this could have been.
Finally, we're getting some good videos here. That was a good one.
For the past couple of videos on this channel, we've been featuring videos from a woman on YouTube known as Sylvia C, who has been sharing videos for quite some time now of terrifying paranormal activity she's been experiencing in her house, in particular her kitchen. Most notably,
yes, the
in her
knife
first
throwing
video on the topic,
the knife throwing kitchen,
was launched right
the
into
knife
the
throwing
air,
ghost,
and luckily it didn't hit Sylvia. But judging by that act, it's safe to assume that the potential spirit is an angry one. In this video, Sylvia walks around her kitchen, and it's not long after that we can hear faint clanging noises. But the really creepy part happens as soon as she crosses this corner into the kitchen right here. Take a look.
It freaked me out.
Crazy stuff. Whoa. Why did I get surprised by that?
In the past, Sylvia has said that she plans to move houses, but it looks like she hasn't quite been able to do that yet. Let's hope that either the spirits in her home leave her alone, or she is able to find peace and comfort in a new house in the near future. Just a reminder to go subscribe to my new channel Spooky Hour, and turn on the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any new uploads. Link in the description. I'm sure most of you guys know about the urban legend of the rake by now, but if you don't, the rake is a popular urban legend on the internet of a long, lanky humanoid creature with grey skin and dark sunken eyes. This YouTube video, published on March 22nd, 2014, is incredibly unsettling for many reasons, and a vast majority of people suspect that this is authentic footage of the rake caught on camera. Throughout the duration of the video, we can hear disturbing screaming noises coming from what looks to be an abandoned building, possibly inside a forest, non-stop, which sound absolutely horrifying.
Господи, заткнись. Стойте, придурки, блядь! Стойте, говорю, сюда идите. Сюда идите. Сюда иди, я тебе говорю. Вот где башня, вот эта вот, и рядом, там прямо. Где-то там, в основном он встречается, где-то там его засекали. Пацаны, заткнулись все. Тихо. Тихо.
Yeah, I already would have been gone before that screen. I don't know what these idiots are still doing hanging around.
If this is fake, and and that is a human screaming, then it is by far one of the most convincing creature screams I've heard. But aside from the screaming, something else happens at around the 4-minute mark that is sure to chill your bones. Take a close look at this shot right here and see if you notice anything.
I see it. I see it. There's movement there.
Стой! Торопись. Куда пошел? Сюда иди.
Really? My wife's snoring just scared me.
If you squint just hard enough, you may have been able to make out what appears to be the creature for a brief moment. Sadly, just a couple of seconds after this, the video ends, and the original uploader has not uploaded a follow-up video. Let's just hope that whoever was filming in the woods that day is healthy and doing fine today.
Well, obviously he is. He wouldn't have uploaded the video if he didn't.
A man on TikTok known as Alejandro18SR took to the popular social media platform in January of 2021 to document himself as he walks around a creepy forest located somewhere in Mexico. In the video, him and a friend off camera walk around the forest with flashlights while talking to each other, looking for anything that could potentially be hiding from them. Eventually, one of the men throws something off in the distance. Take a look at what happens from there.
Ahí está, mire, ahí está, ahí está. ¡Hola, bruja! A ver, aviente una piedra. Ahí está, mire, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. Aviéntale una piedra. No, allí, allí. No, pero aquí hay que tener cuidado con las dos. Ahí está. Ahí está, mire, ahí está. Mire, mire. A ver, aviéntale una piedra. Aviéntale una piedra. Aquí está una enfrente, pero está muy grande. ¿Por qué no vienes aquí donde estamos? ¡Ah, la madre! ¡Sí le pegó! ¡Ah! ¡No manches! ¡No! ¡No manches! ¡No! ¡Se oyó bien feo! ¡Oh! ¡Oh!
It can be a little bit difficult to make.
Yeah, I saw that. What? What did you expect was gonna happen? Yeah, of course you're gonna get chased, dumbass.
Make out what exactly is in the forest, but a figure is noticeable if you look hard enough. So, I'm curious, did you see the witch? Do you think this video is real or fake? Be sure to let me know in the comments below.
Of course, another thing to consider is that it could just been a cardboard cutout. Because, you know, you don't actually hear it make a groan in pain or anything like that, and you don't see it move. And when he hits it, it looks like it just kind of falls over. Like that's how it was designed.
An abandoned church referred to as Hangman's Church was explored by the YouTube channel Paranormies back in December of 2020. The crew ventures out to the church and begin to explore the interior, which is completely dark and is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. At the 6-minute mark, something fascinating and creepy happens that gets the attention of the crew members. Have a look.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There's no way.
That
was not us.
Turn the mic's on. Okay. Let's go check outside to make sure nobody's here. If nobody's here, that's voices.
Then, a couple of minutes later, the group is using a Ouija board in order to make contact with the dead. For a little while, it appears as if nothing insane is going to happen, but then they hear something that garners their attention.
If you hear it, let us know. Move the spawn chat.
Barely.
Don't mess with Ouija boards.
You're here with us. Show yourself. Judging by what happens next,
You're
it is safe to
asking
assume that the
for
people in the room heard you
hell
loud and clear.
when you do that.
If you're here with us, show yourself. Oh god, dude, that scared me.
Hello? Hello?
Oh my god.
I need a flashlight. It's dark back there. Hello? Is that you? No, I'm checking it out right now, dude. Whoa! Whoa!
As you can clearly see during this clip, the ladder was standing during our walkthrough. As we were running out of the church, the baby went off, and at that point we knew it was time to get out of there and just let the energy settle down for a little bit.
But the final incident that happens in this video is by far the creepiest. At the end, one of the men can be seen doing sensory deprivation while under a noose to make contact with the dead. What happens next is nothing short of terrifying.
Do you know that you're dead? Why are you staying here? Why are you staying here? Dude, go, 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 go. I can't see. Grab the light, grab the light, grab the light, grab the light, dude. Grab the light. Ow, ow.
Shortly after this happened, the paranormies said that they left the church and abandoned the investigation, which was probably the best possible idea. If they stayed any longer, who knows what could have happened next? And that was 5 scary videos to watch at midnight. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks.
Finally, we're getting some good videos in, though, that's for sure. Alright, our second video from Chills. 12 scariest things found in the basement. Now, before this one begins, I just want to make one thing perfectly clear. There's a particular reason why I chose this video, and that was the thumbnail shot. The thumbnail shot was
from secret
literally
hidden rooms to weird
this. This was the thumbnail shot, and I was like, okay, I'm watching this one tonight.
From secret hidden rooms to weird and eerie sounds, this list shows exactly how creepy, mysterious, and sometimes haunted old basements really are. Number 12. Basements are where hidden secrets are kept in the dark, old memories and keepsakes of things that are too scary for the surface and would get you some strange looks. Basements often serve as a place for troubled minds to explore the scariest facets of the human imagination. A YouTuber named Jonathan Wickholm goes exploring the basement of his girlfriend's apartment building because it's creepy and old, and he suspects scary stuff is down there. He's not wrong.
So James agreed. The moment you walk in this room, it's creepy. It makes no sense. Over by James, there's a random stool and a microwave. Is it plugged in? No. Okay. So it gets weirder.
In the center of the room is a large cedarwood box. On the outside is a door that unlocks only from the outside. Sticking out the top of the mysterious, nondescript box is a pipe for giving someone air, and when he opens it...
This is what it is. It is a small room with chairs. It's nothing else.
He finds a small hidden room where someone can be kept secret down here without anyone going down to find them for a long time. What was being kept down here? I fear I already know the answer.
James, look at this. James, look at this. There's scratch marks. There are legit scratch marks. There are f***ing scratch marks.
Drilled into the ceiling of the secret prison place are holes that look like they were put there for further ventilation. Before we go any further, I want to talk about this video's sponsor. Everyone knows Raid Shadow Legends by now, but slashed across these holes are marks that do resemble human nails raking themselves across the surface again and again.
So that the fresh air could still come in, but you couldn't get your hand up there. You can reach out and signal to people. Right there.
Let's recap. Thus far, he's found a box that could be meant for holding people. Outside of this box is a stool where someone could sit down and enjoy listening to their helpless screaming and scratching sounds for hours until it was mealtime, at which point they were presumably served some microwaved food to keep them alive for another day in the basement. Oh, and one more scary thing. The scariest thing of all, as a matter of fact, if you're wondering what eventually became of the people held in the basement, it becomes clear when he comes across an old contraption that's had plenty of use over the years.
It's actually an old incinerator.
I guess when they were finished, they were let out of the box and loaded into the incinerator.
There's the ash down there, ash down there.
He makes a comment about finding ash at the bottom. I suppose the scary thing has been fired up in recent use. There's way too many scary things to find in this basement to not think something is up. Maybe it's time to help his girlfriend find a new apartment. Number 11. Klaus finds something in his basement that's so scary. He has set up multiple cameras in his basement to try and capture it on camera. All he finds is this extra creepy layer of skin dried up against the wall. Listening to the sound the skin makes when touched is enough to make me want to peel out of my own.
What in the world?
Looks like snake skin of some kind.
He says it's juvenile, and I'd say that's a safe bet. He says it's juvenile.
The heck
He
was
says
that
it's
about?
juvenile, and I'd say that's a safe bet since it can't be finished growing if it is still shedding its skin from time to time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a big snake. And it's somewhere in my basement.
You can see where the snake used the grooves between two stones to rub off its old skin. A ghost in the basement of a construction site terrifies workers so much they try to avoid going down into the creepy place altogether. But one day, after all of their power tools mysteriously fail at the same time, a worker has gone exploring the haunted basement to reset the breakers. Like I said, the ghost terrifies the other workers too much to go down there with him. He does not feel safe, so to make himself feel better, he makes a video. It sounds like a good idea, except what he's caught on that video now haunts him forever. Let's run that back. He passes two dark and seemingly empty rooms in a long, narrow passage. In the second room, there looks to be something scary in the basement. A ghostly gray figure appears to pull itself across the cold concrete floor. He hears shuffling from behind. He doesn't see the ghost and keeps exploring the catacomb-like maze for the circuit box, which is buried in one of these dark rooms. Something in the darkness startles him moments before a strange and mysterious light spills into the hall. When the scared construction reaches the room, he finds it is devoid of all light, and the paranormal feeling is twice as strong. His reaction? Run out of the dark hallway like crazy and upload the creepy video on YouTube. He later says he was terrified to learn other workers had seen a similar flash of light after going down there and getting this strange and mysterious shape. This video from December 13th, 2019 is the only upload on his channel. No further updates on the creepy place. It looks like someone made a new account to anonymously share their scary basement video for us all to see and then probably quit on the spot by running for their lives. Number 9.
That was a good one. That one kept me on the edge.
A video of what could be someone's last moments gives me a terrible sinking reaction because it looks so real, and I'm sure I can't be the only one to think her scared response sounds legit. She is banging on a door and screaming for help, but her cries only bounce off the bare basement walls back into her ears. No one is here to save this poor individual from this small room. She is losing her mind and either truly cannot leave or else is one of the best actresses in the world. The fact that someone appears to have placed a camera directly facing the door makes it seem like one sick person is in control over her fate, maybe even a twisted group of people. I can't think about it for too long because it makes me feel ill, but I can't help but suspect this small clip is part of a much larger series. I'm including this scary video in the hopes that someone can identify where it's from and put my mind at ease because I can't stop hearing those poor screams every time I close my eyes. Number 8.
And there is literally sounds coming in my basement right now, and it's freaking me out. Kids are upstairs asleep, and I'm gonna go down and check right now. This is freaky right now because I rarely go in my basement. It's an unfinished basement.
A YouTuber named An Everyday Canadian has been afraid of his basement ever since he recorded an incident that he cannot explain.
Oh. What the is that sound?
Fear grips his throat, but he knows what he must do. He'll never know what's causing the scary noises if his only reaction is to stand in the doorway. He knows he will be going down the stairs into the basement where a scary thing is waiting to be found.
Like, I don't even want to go down there. Dark. Hold on, guys. Let me just get my light on here quick. This is freaking me out.
He thought the only thing scarier than going down there would be not knowing what it was. He was wrong.
I hate basements. My laundry machine just stopped. It's just me in the basement. What the was that? What the?
Sometimes the source of a weird noise in your house is scarier than you can imagine. Sometimes going down in your basement results in witnessing paranormal activity that you wish you could erase from your camera and from your mind. And sometimes it's a toy on a string. Number 7.
Yep, possibly.
The old Baraboo Inn is over 150 years old and one of the most haunted places in the state of Wisconsin. The building was abandoned from 1988 to 2002, 14 years total, and when they reopened, they were surprised by the ghost of a man in the basement. A paranormal investigator named Sarah stands at the top of the steps to communicate with the ghost in the basement. Soon, paranormal activity is setting off, both their music box and motion detecting equipment. It seems a phantom figure has come to haunt them all. Soon after, they are trying to figure out more mysterious things. Captured on video is something
like it's
strange
dancing.
standing in front of the speakers. A ghostly figure appears to have climbed out of the dark basement to dance in front of the large speakers.
Something's there? Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a figure there. We got 2 pieces of solid evidence right now.
Creepy things continue when the ghost is later caught hiding in the basement. As it turns out, this basement has a dark secret I've never before told you. Down here was the spot for a man who would wrap his hands around innocent women's necks. Someone too dangerous for this world who did not live for long, because he caused others great suffering whenever he found the chance, and now the ghost has its sightings set on them. One of the ghost hunters is too busy paying attention to his paranormal meter to notice Sarah can no longer breathe. Check out these strange and mysterious unexplained moments caught on camera for yourself.
Mind if I do a flash?
Okay.
Okay, come on. This is not cool. You want to get outside?
Sarah is overwhelmed with fear and is blacked out at this point.
Battery's running low on there.
Oh, that's scary.
Later, she reports feeling 2 hands wrap around her neck and tightly squeeze, much like the man who haunts this restaurant is said to do. She is escorted out of the haunted building by 2 other investigators who are trying not to panic. It seems the spirit has made its point, and the remaining ghost hunters don't stay to see what devious paranormal activity it has planned for them next. This investigation, which I think looks real, is
it's
now
real.
over. Number 6. Scary scratching from within the basement should alarm anyone. Some would call for help while others would grab their phone, not for help but to make sure whatever's down there is caught on camera. That's what 2 roommates do after one hears noises in a hidden crawl space of their home.
It could have been anything though.
Nah, I heard. I was scared, man. I heard noises. Alright, move this way.
You're a scary cat, dude. It could have been rats or whatever. What about it? We got a whole bunch of rats.
The one who hasn't heard the noises is brave. The one who has is scared.
Are you going down there?
I'm not.
There's a light right there, dude. You go down there while I record.
There's no way he's going down into the creepy basement crawl space after hearing eerie sounds, so his roommate volunteers to show him up.
Like the light right there, the string. It's around here somewhere. Hold up. I can't reach. Can't reach. I think I gotta step on that chair. There's a chair right here.
He squints in the darkness, and that's when he finds the scariest thing of his life.
Hold up. Oh shit! Fast that!
1 minute and 27 seconds is when I can barely make out a shadow figure straightening up to greet him. He's screaming and the video ends before we get to see if he escapes from the crawl space before it reaches him. The man sees a ghost hiding in his basement according to the title of this video, but I'm not so sure the supernatural is what he's caught on camera. Something scary is in his basement crawl space for sure, but think about it.
Can't reach. I think I gotta step on that chair. There's a chair right here.
Why would there be a chair positioned directly under his crawl space entrance? Unless somebody has been using it to climb into their home. I don't think this is a ghost haunting the basement. I think this is an insanely scary stranger encounter caught on video.
Yeah,
anyway, that's
what I'm
my
thinking
analysis. But what do you make of this strange sighting?
It's
Number
creepy, whatever it is.
Not every old creepy basement is dark and haunted, but some are. And this one certainly could be. Going down there gets scarier every time because paranormal activity is always on the rise. The creepy things down here always start with a ghost slamming the door.
Who's there?
At 41 seconds, he gets his reply in the form of a bizarre twisted figure. Caught on camera at 41 seconds, a physical manifestation of the ghost in the basement, which he so fears.
That looked like a statue.
It seems to be bound tight in a cloak, and I can just barely make out two white eyes. The ghostly presence is caught on video, but not in real life. And so our timid investigator keeps exploring the haunted place. Not for long, though. His mission will be abandoned shortly. He is about to flee.
Why is the ball moving?
He questions aloud what his eyes are seeing as a ball is caught moving by itself, or more accurately, like a ghost has pushed it. This could easily be done with the pull of a string, but that still doesn't explain the ghost sighting caught on tape earlier. Number 4. This creepy photograph of a creature climbing up basement stairs has been making rounds on the internet for years, with absolutely no backstory to go off of.
Dude, I don't care if it's real or not. You can't just throw it at us like that. You gotta lead us into something, man. It scared the shit out of me.
The terrifying monster has sharp teeth, white eyes, long ears, and a black fur coat. But you'll notice one thing missing: no sharp claws. I mean, a thing that is scary should have crazy looking claws to match. These look like normal fingers in a black glove, and you can see a clearly defined
No, really? That's obviously
it
fake.
looks scary enough without photoshopping the hands. So has this creepy photograph finally been debunked? I hope so. I don't know how much longer I can stand looking at this creepy photo for. Photoshop or not, that thing creeps me out just as bad as ever before. Number 3. Creepy lights in a dark basement. A sure sign that something in your house has gone wrong. A YouTuber named The Drum Player 101 has a quick clip of something strange caught on camera.
Lately I've been seeing and hearing weird things in my basement. Let's go check it out.
Oh.
What? Go.
You alright? You alright, babe? Hey, babe, you alright? I don't think that woke her up.
Glowing eyes look back at them from within the darkness, and the two scared brothers run away. When they return for a second, they find it still there, a small creature low to the ground with large, unblinking eyes. They say it's a ghost, but it could be a fake video using their pet cat. I thought it was weird of them to keep their cat in the basement, in the dark, but I looked it up, and sometimes they do like curling up in small, isolated spaces. At 13 seconds, it looks like the animal is raising its head like it was taking a nap. Cat eyes can reflect a large array of colors, and blue, while not as common, is not unheard of, so I don't believe this video is real. With that said, this video of creepy eyes watching you from the darkness could help explain all of the other similar videos like it. Number 2. This creepy Mickey Mouse picture in a basement is probably one of the scariest unexplained photos of all time. I wanted this entry to be about where this picture was from, but after tons of reverse image searches and googling, I still cannot explain who the first person to post this picture was or where it was first posted. The earliest thread I could find was 3 years ago on r/cursed images by someone named N Rios, who posted the image with no backstory. So if that was the first time it was posted, we are still none the wiser as to what's going on here. I can say one thing: what makes this mysterious figure one of the scariest things ever found in a basement is kind of an optical illusion. They look like a 7-foot tall giant, but it's the 2 pipes above them and this one up close that work together to lend visual depth and make the figure look so tall. If the 2 pipes were removed from this picture, then there would be more empty space above his head and the Mickey monster would look more like a normal sized person. Also, this is definitely a creepy old basement, but this installation looks relatively new, so I don't think they were really in a haunted abandoned building. A lot of places in the cities look nice upstairs and have the scariest, most haunted looking basements like this one. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, one house is haunted.
Yeah, I don't think it's real, but you know, it's still it was the thumbnail for the video. So how could I refuse? How could I refuse to not include this one?
Ryan fears his house is haunted. After seeing some scary things in the basement, he goes exploring and gets through most of the downstairs area until there's only a few places left to check, but just when he thinks his house might not be haunted after all.
Oh my. Oh.
Up the stairs runs a mysterious figure, a scary shadow person sighting if I've ever seen one. Maybe the steps are carpeted to muffle its footsteps, but it's beyond creepy how fast the shadow moves without making a sound. Ryan's scared reaction sounds about as realistic as it gets. He freaks out and runs away, and then walks to the steps where he last saw it as he regains his sense. Against his better judgment, he looks up and waits. He knows something is up there, but he cannot explain what it is, nor bring himself to face it. A scary sound, not quite a hiss, not quite a howl, not a moan, just a creepy warning noise comes down the stairs. He does the smartest thing anybody could do in this situation: stop exploring, get your keys and run. These unexplained videos are strange and mysterious. Things get scary when you're left with no explanation, and
Getting some good ones tonight, guys. We're getting some really good. Alright, before we watch the last one. Oh. My camera's gonna fall over. That's gonna be all weird. You're good? Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, before we start the last one. I gotta give me a little bit more water. Water! I need water! Water! Alright. Just want to check one last thing real quick. Alright. Turn display on. And we're ending it on Nuke's Top 5. 5 ghost videos so scary I disappeared for a week.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera, hiding under the covers. Over on the YouTube channel Austin's Vinyl Corner, this guy, whose name is Austin, uploads videos where he discusses and reviews vinyl records and talks about all things related to music collecting. Austin has never shared anything on his channel that is even remotely related to the supernatural. That is, except for one creepy video. Now in the video, Austin explains that he was sent some spooky CCTV footage by one of his co-workers who claims that her house is extremely haunted. The young woman says that late one night she was fast asleep in bed when the motion-activated CCTV camera in her bedroom captured a short video that is absolutely chilling.
Play bud. Didn't play this one, I'm gonna play the next one.
I remember seeing this last week. I remember saying that it looks like
with the 1 minute
she it just looks like she's raising her knee up.
Play 30 seconds. Then it's gonna stop for a minute. And within a minute, this weird shit happens.
At first, Austin's co-worker is sleeping.
Now, I will say this. I will say this. Now that I've gotten a chance to really analyze it, if that was her knee coming down at such a fast rate, it would have jerked her foot, revealing that it was a trick. But I didn't see any lift from the covers and on the bottom part.
Quiet
where her feet would be.
And the CCTV camera doesn't detect any movement, other than some occasional tossing and turning in bed. But then, late into the night, the camera starts to record as something moves. Something that almost looks like the head of a person rising up underneath the sheets. When the woman awakes, the creepy figure vanishes into thin air. Austin's co-worker claims that the video is 100% real. And even Austin himself says that he doesn't believe she would even know how to fake such a creepy encounter. But let me know what you think. Caught on camera. Joe Coleon is stopped by a Houston police officer for suspicion of driving under the influence. Despite the fact that Joe explains that he is physically handicapped with a bad leg, the officer still forces Joe to stand for 20 minutes to take a field sobriety test. Eventually, Joe Coleon is arrested, but it should be noted here that Joe was later proven innocent in court.
Why are you making me do this? I will conduct your test, but I'm going to tell you this, that I'm handicapped. Okay. Like you see when I'm on license plate. Okay. I have a false leg from my hip to my knee. Okay.
Also, this police officer in the video later resigned after it was revealed that he had received multiple serious complaints of misconduct. For the full story, I highly recommend checking out the in-depth investigation over on the YouTube channel, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. When this video was posted, many YouTube viewers spotted something else in the video that was also very disturbing. Watch closely. A strange figure that looks like a person seems to glide behind both Joe and the police officer at an oddly fast speed. Now, at first I thought this was simply a compression glitch caused by someone passing behind them in the dark, too far away from the camera to appear clearly. But that theory is pretty much disproven by the fact that multiple vehicles pass behind the two men, and all of them appear very well lit and highly detailed. So what do you think this dark figure is? Is it something paranormal that was accidentally captured on police dashcam footage? You decide. You can watch a great video breakdown of this potential ghost footage over on the YouTube channel, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. And you can see the original full-length Unfair Arrest over on the YouTube channel, Joe Corleone. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The shortcut. Early one evening around 7:30 p.m. in Gothenburg, Sweden, Elin is on her way to an appointment when she decides to take a shortcut through a small park in the city center.
Yeah, I have no explanation for that ghost portion of the video. But I'm a little pissed off about the false arrest there.
It did not go well. Elin is completely alone, and as she's walking through the park, she decides to record a video to post to her Instagram page.
Alltså det är tvärkallt och det är tvärmörkt. I morse var det typ 8 grader och nu är det -2. Jag är på väg till min psykolog nu och han har lovat mig att kolla på Mail Murder den här veckan. Och jag undrar vad han kommer ställa för diagnos på mig. Och alltså, det är så jävla halt. Helt gyttjigt här i skogen.
Yeah, I saw this one earlier tonight.
Men där framme, I
saw this one earlier
jävla
tonight.
skitskog. Men.
Shortly after posting the video, Elin receives a very disturbing message from one of her friends. The friend points out that a bizarre, distorted face can be seen peeking out at Elin from behind a tree. What makes the footage even creepier is that at the bottom of the same tree, there's another unexplained dark figure with glowing eyes. Now, the eyes at the bottom of the tree could simply be an animal. But just what is that? After I reached out to Elin, she explained to me that she's a skeptic and doesn't really believe in the supernatural at all.
I want to make something very clear here. I don't believe in the paranormal. I am not scared of my own video. I think it's creepy looking, but I don't believe it to be a ghost. As for all these like ghost videos out there, I believe that there's always an explanation for them. It's just that we don't know what the explanation is.
She's never posted any paranormal videos to Instagram or to her YouTube channel. She says she's puzzled and just wants help in figuring out just what this strange shape could be. Elin returns to the park a day later to look around in daylight, but she doesn't find anything that could explain what she captured on camera. She says that raccoons and possums are incredibly rare in Sweden and certainly don't usually show up in a city center park.
I think it was this tree, and for everyone claiming there's a den here, there's no den here. There's no den at all. And not by this tree either. As you can see, there are skyscrapers down there. So for everyone saying it's a lynx, like, no, we don't have lynx here. We don't have bears. We don't have raccoons. See all the wildlife here? All the bears and lynx. Oh my God. I can't believe there's so much wildlife here. It's like I'm in Yosemite.
So, what do you think? Could this be something paranormal? Could it be a creepy creature? And perhaps the most disturbing question of all, why does this strange thing seem to have long dark hair, like a person? Whispering in church. Over on the channel Urbex Hill, YouTuber Christopher Hill is back with another urban exploration of a creepy old abandoned church in Cleveland, Ohio. This time, Chris is exploring an old Lutheran church that was built back in 1940. The church has been abandoned for over 15 years, but it has somehow remained in fairly good condition, free from any vandalism or graffiti. Chris carefully and respectfully makes his way through the large building, recording the elegant architecture of the church interior. He finds furniture and belongings that date back to the 1980s, and even some pieces from the 1950s. But as he climbs the stairs to the second floor of the abandoned church, he hears some very strange sounds that stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, I heard that. It sounded like a baby whimpering. There's a lot of whispering sounds.
Did you hear it? The baffled explorer explains in his video that he hears something strange as he climbs the stairs to the second floor, but he's not sure just what the sound might be. So I decided to enhance the audio from this section. Now watch the clip again and listen closely. A mysterious childlike voice can be heard saying, "Can you help me?" And then seconds later, what sounds like the voice of an older woman seems to whisper, "It's a test." Chris has no idea what he just captured and continues on with his exploration on the second floor of the creepy church. Then much later, when he comes back to the same staircase again to head back down, it happens again. This time a voice can be heard whispering something. And again I enhanced the audio, but this time I'm not able to make out just what is being said. It almost sounds like multiple voices whispering all at once. Listen again and let me know in the comments if you can make out anything that the creepy voices are saying. Chris eventually leaves the church having Chris
I can't make it
Chris
out.
eventually leaves the church having no
I think I
idea
heard
what he
something
just
about
captured
rabbits.
on camera. But after he uploads his video to YouTube, things take a very creepy turn. Viewers of his channel point out to Chris that he might not have been alone in the old church. While Chris did hear the strange sounds and whispering, he didn't see this. A huge dark figure can be seen standing in a room at the end of the hallway. Chris turns to film close-ups of the church's stained glass windows, and when he pans back, the large mysterious figure is gone. So did Chris capture voices and an apparition of spirits that haunt the old church? You decide. You can watch this full video and many more of Chris's explorations over on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. The Haunted Ranch.
That's creepy.
Mexican ghost hunter Crisel Luna and a friend travel to an abandoned ranch in a small town in Jalisco, Mexico. Crisel talks to a local man named Salvador who is part of a work crew that is remodeling the property. Salvador tells the two investigators that all of the workers believe the ranch to be extremely haunted, and they have even found human remains on the site. The workers claim to have experienced many strange things while working at the ranch. They've heard strange, unexplained sounds in the property's warehouse. They've heard footsteps going up the stairs to the second floor. And many even claim that they have seen the apparition of an elderly woman wandering the grounds. Crisel and her friend began their investigation on the second floor and soon began to experience strange activity.
Y yo quiero iniciar esta investigación subiendo por estas escaleras que son de las que él nos hablaba. Unas escaleras por las que escuchaban que una persona de madrugada subía, se escuchaban los pasos, como ahora los míos. Y dicen que siempre al llegar al último escalón, dejaban de escucharse, como si esa entidad ya no quisiera llegar hasta este espacio. Ay, que la verdad es bastante escabroso. Vean que tiene algunas habitaciones. Vamos a iniciar por esta. Vamos a ver qué es lo que hay aquí. Se ve que hay algunos muebles antiguos que ya están llenos de tierra, que ya están... ¡Ay! No, ¿viste, Melissa? Se movió. Sí, se movió. ¡Ay, Dios mío! Pero ya acabamos de llegar. Sí estaba moviendo, ¿verdad? Yo vi como que se movió esto. Sí.
The two investigators make their way down into an old warehouse that is being used as a storage area. They find dust-covered furniture, discarded building materials, and even an old broken-down truck. And then things start to get a bit weird. While exploring the dark and dusty warehouse, Griselle gets a very creepy feeling. She says that it almost feels like they are being followed by something. And Griselle's bad feeling soon turns much worse.
Y acá se ve una bodega. A ver, vamos a entrar aquí. Ay, Dios, aquí se siente la temperatura mucho más fría. ¿Cómo la sientes tú, Melissa? Ay, se escuchó. Allá atrás. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué será? ¿Un gato? ¿Un perro? ¿Quién anda aquí? ¿Quién anda ahí? Ay. Está horrible. A ver, vamos a ver. Vamos a avanzar. ¡Ay! Estoy escuchando ruidos. ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Sabes qué? Yo siento que alguien nos está siguiendo. Siento de verdad desde hace ya un rato, Melissa, como algo viene pegado a mi espalda, pero siento que algo está jugando con nosotros. ¿Qué habrá ahí? Yo siento que ahí se escuchó el ruido, ¿eh? Ay. Hola. ¿Quién eres? Ay, como una mujer. Ay, escucha. Escuchan ruidos, como si alguien caminara ahí. Ay, no, vamos. Pero eso fue muy claro y como un lamento, como si alguien estuviera llorando. ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Necesitas ayuda? ¿Quién eres? Una sombra ahí atrás. Ay. Ay, vámonos. Ay, vámonos. Ay, no, pero es que quiero ir a ver quién es.
The two investigators hear the sounds of something moving in the dark storage area. And then they hear disturbing moans that sound like a woman quietly weeping. Griselle and her friends start to regret their decision to come to the haunted farm at all, and they decide to end their investigation with a prayer. And that's when things take a terrifying turn.
Acabamos de hacer una oración por todas estas almas o por la entidad que se encuentra aquí, porque hemos sido testigo y es muy impactante lo que hemos vivido dentro de este sitio, donde sé que hay almas en pena, o probablemente solo una que está aquí y que es la que se ha manifestado. Esta oración fue para ti y para todas las demás entidades que se encuentran aquí. Yo creo que es momento de retirarnos porque... ¡Ay, no mames! ¡Ay, güey! ¡No mames! ¡Subí algo! ¡Vamos, ven!
Yeah, I saw that too.
Algo se asomó aquí. Ven, por favor, algo. ¡Córrele! ¡Ay! ¡No mames! ¿Qué hay aquí? ¡Córrele, Meli, ven! ¡Ay, no mames! Es que yo aquí vi que se asomó algo, te lo juro. ¡Ay! ¿Quién anda aquí? Yo ya no sé. De verdad. No hay nada. Ay. No, vámonos ya. Vámonos con cuidado. Es momento de irnos.
A shadowy figure with dark hair and pale shoulders rises from behind the truck's cabin. Now, to her credit, Griselle fearlessly rushes over to investigate, nearly tripping on the old boards covering the storage room floor. But there's no one there. The two friends have finally had enough, and they decide to just get out of there. So, are the stories about the ranch true? Does a dark female spirit roam the property? Or is it all
I can
just
say
an
yes.
elaborate hoax? You decide. You can find this full investigation over on the YouTube channel, Crisel Luna. Thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram here and on Twitter there. Hopefully, I'll see you next week.
Oh, I like that little trickiness that he put at the end there. Hopefully, he'll see us next week. Hopefully. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And again, if you want to check out these videos for yourself or all the other videos that they have, you know, link in the description to all 5 of these guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night and stay safe.